Good evening and welcome into Tijuca Tennis Club in Rio de Janeiro for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's Group B matchup between Flamengo of Brazil and Boca Juniors of Argentina. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Feta, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight wherever you're watching from. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Well, Andrew, tonight we move to Group B, and the favorite has got to be Flamengo, not only for the group, but possibly the entire tournament. They finished second last year, and while they lost a couple of key players, they added some very big names as far as reinforcements go, including Jordan Williams, Alexi Borges, and Tayevek Alitsi. This team is deep, it's talented, and it's experienced.
Right, Craig. That new talent combined with experience becomes even more interesting when we see the defending champs, Quimsa, are 0-2 right now in group play. So if Flamengo is on a familiar path to the championship, it may likely meet a new team in the final stage.
Boca Juniors, meanwhile, are looking to bounce back after a disappointing 2024 BCL America season in which they did not advance out of the group phase. They have a new coach in Gonzalo Perez, and they've added some experienced quality players as well, most notably Santiago Scala, Franco Giorgetti, Martin Cuello, and the national team veteran Marcos Delia. This could be an interesting team. At the very least, they hope to make the knockout stage again.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough matchup to be testing a new team out. Sometimes I appreciate the challenge right out of the gate, but the possible benefit, is that Flamengo is playing with a somewhat new squad, as we mentioned, and Boca can maybe use some things that Flamengo hasn't found in terms of weakness or chemistry, find a way to pull out a victory tonight.
One more game tonight after this one, and we hop on our virtual private jet and take you to Cordoba, Argentina, where Franca will host CDC Leones. Talked about some of the players that Flamengo lost. They lost Gabriel Galvanini, remember him, Devon Scott, and Didi Luzada. And we talked about the players that they added, however. Jordan Williams, he played with Hebraica Maccabi last year, averaged 16.8 points, 5.2 rebounds per game. They also added Tayevek Alitsi, 6'9" center. He played for Quimsa last year, 9 games, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. So those are a couple of very, very, very big names. Flamengo, of course, bringing back Guy Deodato, a 33-year-old veteran. We see Guy in the starting lineup tonight for Gustavo Conti. He averaged 14 points, 3 rebounds per game last year in this event. Also coming back for Flamengo, your guy, Caio Manfio. 10.2 points, 5.3 rebounds per game last year, and against Obras in the quarterfinals, he had 28 points on 10 of 10 shooting. He was 7 of 7 from three-point range and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. The only blemish on his night was that he did have 1 turnover. But Caio Manfio, at 25 years old, he is going to be a fixture in Brazil for many years to come. We talk about Boca adding some players after losing a couple of players. The guys that they lost, Leo Mainoldi, Marcos Mata, and Carlos Schottman, but they added Santiago Scala, who played for Franca last year, averaged 11 points per game in this event. They also added Martin Cuello, who played for Flamengo last year, 6.2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists per game, and they added Franco Giorgetti, who played last year for Nacional, averaged 13 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 2.7 assists. Our officials for tonight's game: Johnny Batista of Puerto Rico, Krishna Dominguez of Mexico, and Jason Steele of Canada. Assisting Gonzalo Perez for Boca, Emmanuel Quintans and Gianluca Rignodello, and assisting Gustavo Conti, Fernando de Oliveira, and Cristiano Medeiros. Be interesting to see, Andrew, how Flamengo comes out. They're going to be hungry after finishing second last year in this event and second in the Brazilian league. They currently are in second behind Minas in the Brazilian league with a 12-3 record, but these fellows want to lift some hardware this year. They don't like that second place finish.
Yeah, they've got to be careful. They got to realize they're not going to win it all tonight, so they got to really play their game. And that was one of those things that Boca, if they're prepared for it, they may be able to use that to their advantage. However, I do think that Flamengo has enough veteran players. I don't expect them to get ahead of themselves. I do think that they'll play. So I'm excited to see how they do. As you mentioned, a very exciting team to watch last year. And very interesting, as you said, we got a lot of player movement. I've already seen some of our favorites from last year on other teams, and I have to do a double take
Yep.
of, wait a minute, is this the wrong team or the wrong player I'm thinking of? What's going on here?
Flamengo won this event in 2021, has finished second place 3 times. For Boca, this is their third appearance. They went 2-4 in the group phase last year and did not advance. We are underway, and Boca has possession first. And an easy bucket there for Sebastian Vega. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Flamengo on their initial possession. Three-pointer up and on the way. That's short. That was Shaquille Johnson, one of the Americans on this Flamengo team. Shaquille Johnson played for Marshall last in 2011. Three-pointer is up and good. There's Alexi Borges. This guy who's been around a while. He's played for Franca, for Minas. Played for Mexico City in the G League in 2023-24. Spent time in Germany as well, so that's a quality pickup for Gustavo Conti and Alexi Borges. Deodato around the screen, a little late on the roll pass, and it gets tipped and intercepted. Boca running, now they hold it up. Inside the paint to Delia. And that's blocked, goes off Delia. That was Shaquille Johnson. Got his hand on that. Pass nearly intercepted by Vildoza. Three-pointer up and good.
Good effort there by Johnson to get into the paint and kick out for that wide open shot.
How about Alexi Borges getting off to a hot start in this event? Nice lob pass into the paint to Delia. He goes to the left-hand hook. That's good. Marcos Delia doing work in the paint. Great pass by Borges, threading the needle.
A couple of careless turnovers here by Flamengo early.
Oh, the running right-hand floater, very pretty there. Martin Cuello. He was wearing the red and black of Flamengo last year. Deodato into the corner for Johnson. He drives. Baseline dish, 3 on the way, no. Coming up on 7 minutes to play first quarter. Cuello, long cross-court pass. Now Pinheiro. Pinheiro launches the 3. Johnson, the flat-footed rebound. Heat check shot for Alexi there. Right-hand layup won't go, but there for the follow. The savvy veteran Marcos Delia running the floor and getting the easy tip, giving Boca the lead at 8-6.
I got to think a timeout's coming here at some point because both teams running like this, I don't think we're going to keep up this pace.
There's Guy Deodato hitting the three-pointer to put Flamengo back on top. Deodato, man, you remember him from last year. He's one of those guys where if he gets hot, forget it. You cannot stop him. Beautiful ball movement by Boca. Three on the way, no. He swoops in for the rebound. 6 minutes to play first quarter. Guy another three. Pinheiro comes away with the board. Doza gets it poked away, and it'll stay with Boca. 5:45 to play first quarter.
Good footwork there on that
in
three.
BCL Americas. Yeah, he got squared up nicely. Deodato last year in BCL Americas, 35% from the arc. And his points come in bunches. Vildosa, the nice dish. A little too strong by Marcos Delia, and here comes Flamengo back the other way. Borges, step back three. I don't think he's even taken a two-point shot yet. Now Deodato from the other wing. That rattles out. Sebastian Vega the rebound. Nifty ball work there by Vildosa. It's not ended any points. Now Deodato fouled. That's going to be on Pinheiro.
Give everybody a chance to catch their breath here. Oh, I guess that was before the shot. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah. A step back for Shaq Johnson. That's his first 2 points. 34-year-old American. Poked out of bounds. Out of the hands of Martin Cuello. And it'll stay with Boca. 4:44 to play first quarter. As we said in the open, first game tonight. We've got one more coming up. It's going to be Franca and CDC Leones.
Yeah, Franca has one of our former Flamengo players that played very well last night.
Nice alley-oop there to Andres Ibargüen, 28-year-old Colombian. Only two foreign players on Boca. Thomas Cooper, 32-year-old American, and Andres Ibargüen from Colombia. Oh, a nice dish underneath to Ibargüen. Misses in close. Gets his own shot back. Eye off the glass and in. Boca back on top now.
I really get hyped by the energy of these crowds.
Yeah, these South American crowds are just so much fun as Shaquille Johnson works his way in. He's got 4 now. Feet inside.
Can't figure out what he wants to do there.
Won't go. Yeah. To draw the foul, so Andres Ibargüen will go to the free throw line.
We'll see on the replay here, the defender, number 23, sets to take the charge and then says, wait a minute, I need to contest the shot. I think maybe he's... That's Manfield? I didn't even recognize him. What am I missing here? Do I just remember him differently?
Looks like he bulked up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could be. Could be that. Hopefully he's not too strong to make a three-pointer these days. I'm really surprised we haven't had a timeout yet. We've had the pace has slowed down here a little bit in the last minute and a half, but
we've got a 10-minute FIBA quarter that's going to take about 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Now that's a nice way to sell a foul without throwing your head back. Shaquille Johnson gets the bump. It's going to be on Sebastian Vega. The roster for Boca this year, Andrew, is so interesting. Everybody, with the exception of Jose Vildosa, is either, and I guess Andres Ibargüen, are either above 30 or in their early 20s, or in the case of Tiziano Prome, 19.
No tweeners.
Yeah, just you've got Vildosa at 28, Ibargüen at 28. And then a bunch of 30-year-olds and some 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, again, in last night's game, we had a couple of young guys that were really making an impact. Trying to think here.
Ibargüen is making an impact for Boca. He's got 8 already.
Based on my experience from last year, I didn't see the young guys play as much more in the final stages, so we'll see if that's more of just a group stage thing to keep the legs fresh, or if actually we've got some talent here that's experienced enough even at a young level, or good enough, talented enough, that maybe they keep making an impact. Of course, playing good at this point can maybe get you some more minutes. They trust you in the bigger games, potentially.
Coming up on 2 minutes to play, first quarter. A three-pointer is good. Lucas Seward. 27-year-old, played for Sao Paulo last year. Now Vega trying to shake Shaquille Johnson, and Johnson commits the foul.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one of those was the foul, but all were eligible. all 3 actions.
Tied up at 18, 1:45 to play first quarter. Scala to his left. Oh, and the left-hand dunk.
Didn't see that coming.
With a pretty wraparound pass. Got it to Ibargüen. He's got half of Boca's points. And now at the other end.
You hate to see that. Good ball pressure, defense on the screen and everything, and you get cut back door for a wide open layup and give up all the defensive effort that just happened to keep the ball up above the three-point line.
Long three-pointer missed. Rebound pulled down by Jordan Williams. Jordan launches the three. He had a fantastic tournament last year for Hebraica Maccabi. 16.8 points, 5.2 rebounds per game. Had 2 games of 25 plus. Left-hand floater, high off the glass for Jose Vildosa. That was pretty.
Yeah, those floaters, not my favorite shot, but effective in this case.
20 seconds to play first quarter. Into the paint and fouled. Oh, no, they're going to call it was tied up. Borges did not like that call. Yeah.
See if we get another look at this.
I couldn't really see. Scala, I looked like he had the arm, but
yeah, I say it kind of looked like he was reaching in and across the body to me.
Cooper gets the rebound off the Williams miss for 3. Vildosa foul. Look at 28-year-old Jose Vildosa. Had a solid BCL Americas tournament last year, 13.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, 5.7 assists per contest. That was good for 4th in the event. 3-pointer at the buzzer for Franco Giorgetti misses. And the first quarter comes to an end with Boca on top of Flamengo by the score of 22-20. And we apologize in advance if we don't have quite the depth on the statistics that we would normally have. A little bit of a glitch going on with the stat program, so we have only what you see on the screen that our graphics folks put up. As we look at the shooting numbers, both teams pretty solid. Boca has not made a 3-pointer so far in this game. Boca the rebounding, assist, and steals edge. As we roll some of the first quarter highlights. There's the newcomer for Flamengo, Alexi Borges, having himself a nice opening frame in this game. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada, and we're so glad you can be tuned in wherever you're watching from. In the USA on the FanDuel TV platform, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. One more game coming up after this one. We will be bringing that to you from Cordoba, Argentina, where Franca will host CDC Leones. Pair of games tomorrow. This Boca squad will host Toros de Chiriquí, 7:40 local time, 5:40 Eastern here in the U.S. That will be right here in Rio. And then the nightcap tomorrow, 10:10 local time, 8:10 Eastern in the U.S. Also from Cordoba, Argentina, it'll be Instituto versus CDC Leones. Well, so far in this game, Andrew, newcomers having a big impact. Alexi Borges for Flamengo and Andres Ibargüen for Boca.
Yeah, good to see them having success here. One of their, well, I don't know if it's their first tournament, but first tournament with this team for sure. Their new team. And a decent matchup so far.
Mentioned in the open that Quimsa lost their second straight. That game was last night, 84-73. They lost to Minas. And Franca defeated Instituto in a close one, 81-76. Difference in that one was Franca's three-point shooting. Hit 6 more three-pointers in that game. Three-pointer high off the back iron, no good. And foul committed in the backcourt. That's going to be on Franco Balbi. That's his second.
One of the players, I think you mentioned, Didi Louzada, was on Flamengo last year, correct?
Yep. Yep, he was.
Yeah, he had himself a game last night for Franca. I think he's going to be maybe not the centerpiece, but a pretty big part of that squad if they advance.
Giorgetti misses with the left hand as they got it inside on that Flamengo zone. And now the foul committed by Santiago Scala. Get a good look at Guy Deodato. At 25 in the semifinal last year against Halcones de Salapa.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to remember is Louzada and I'm getting his name confused with the guy I just mentioned. Louzada and Guy Deodato. There we go.
Right.
They just started trading threes at some point, and it was like, well, not trading threes, but trading turns shooting threes. And when that started, it was like, wow, how are you going to stop that?
You see the foul in the backcourt on Jordan Williams. Seen some veteran players, Andrew, in this game committing fouls that you just kind of scratch your head at a little bit. Say, why are you doing that? That was one of them right there by Jordan Williams. He was in no position to go for the ball.
Yeah, there's quite a few questionable fouls. I don't know if it's just the beginning stages of the tournament. I don't know if the level of play, I doubt that the level of play is much different than what most of these players are used to seeing. Sometimes you get in a playoff scenario or something like that, and the teams are just that much better that you're like, oh, wow, faster, stronger, more athletic. But I doubt that's the case here. So I don't know if it's just conditioning or what the case may be. Last night we had a game with 49 fouls. 49 fouls.
Oh, what a move. Andres Ibargüen could not get it to fall, but that was pretty crafty.
I can't tell you the tired feeling that you have in your bones when you make a move like that and miss. It's terrible.
Deodato hits his second three-pointer of the game, 2 for 5 from the arc. It's Flamengo back to within 2. Boca. Oh, nice job finding Franco Giorgetti. I think Flamengo thought he was going to leave the paint, and he didn't. They left him alone. Got the pass zipped inside, and he got his first 2 points. Boca's doing a nice job penetrating this Flamengo zone. Borges open for 3 after the nice move. Missed. Offensive rebound, Lucas Seward. Nearly thrown away.
Look to pass the ball.
Ibargüen. Yeah, he had a 5-on-4.
You got a guy on the floor. Yeah, there's a guy from the other team on the floor, literally laying on the ground, and you're dribbling trying to go one-on-one with somebody.
Just a pretty release and splash from Guy Deodato. There's Tayevik Alitsi. Huge contributor for Keemsa last year. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He was in double figures 8 of 9 games. Catch and shoot for Deodato. His three-pointer goes off the basket support, and it's going to be Boca ball. 6:54 to play, second quarter. Once again, thanks for joining us. My partner's name is Andrew Hunt. My name is Craig Fada. We appreciate you tuning in the USA on FanDuel TV, across South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA Courtside 1891. Thomas Cooper gets it over to Vega. Cooper's got it again. Wheels it into the corner. Now they swing it back outside. Long three from the left wing. That is good. With the shot clock set to expire, Santiago Scala splashes one.
Yeah,
it's one of those, what did you give it to me for?
Yeah, but he does a good job.
Was near
Takes
half
a nice
court.
dribble.
Yeah,
Get in
sure
rhythm.
did.
Yeah. Feet square. Chug it.
So now Gustavo Conti wants timeout. Let's listen in to Gustavo Conti taking timeout after the three-pointer by Santiago Scala. Boca now with 7-point lead, 30-23.
Yeah, you'll hear often it's a game of runs, and I know Flamengo, if history has taught us anything, is capable of going on a run. So Boca, good to be up, but they need to be ready. And I'm sure their coach is telling them, don't get too comfortable with the lead and have to continue to play defense.
Well, nobody told Boca that Flamengo was the favorite in Group B. Boca seems to be perfectly comfortable on Flamengo's home floor. Pass into the post. Here's Galizzi. Jump hook with the right hand. Short. Tapped out of bounds. Thought I saw two officials pointing that it was still going to be Flamengo ball.
Not the official that mattered.
Yeah. Scala. Cooper. Scala gets it back. Delia. Back to Scala. And now Giorgetti for three. Giordano the rebound. Approaching 5.5 minutes to play, second quarter. Back up top to Borges. Tried bouncing it into the paint. Galizzi had his back turned, and there were a pair of Boca defenders there. Delia slips away, catches the beautiful dime, and gets the lead to 9.
Yeah, we saw that same move earlier with, I believe it was Giorgetti on that. They pressure that screen up top. They double team it. And if you slip it just right and get that pass over the double team, you've got a good look. There's supposed to be a help side defender down low, but they're not always there.
Pinheiro for three. He pulls that rebound down. Steps back, launches the three. That is good. Delgado's got 9, all from beyond the arc. Scala picked up by Borges. Delia. Vega kicking it in the corner.
Good pass.
Now Cooper.
Oh.
Delia couldn't handle the pass. Scala trying to foul Deodato. Yeah, he did. Now a whistle. Deodato, the beautiful behind the back pass to Galizzi in the paint. Couldn't quite handle it and then got fouled. Second foul on Santiago Scala. Well, that was a between the legs pass.
That's what we call a pocket pass. Right in your pocket. It wasn't in Galizzi's pocket, but this would be kind of tough for a big man to handle. They usually got a little zip and they're coming up pretty fast.
Yeah.
And not great for us to try to catch that and make a move to the basket.
One hand pass from Deodato, a little too far for Franco Balbi to catch. And Deodato raises the hand and says, yeah, my fault. A turnover for Flamengo. Good look at the veteran Martin Cuello, 31 years old, who played for Flamengo last year. I think he's giving first-year coach Gonzalo Perez some scouting reports on some of the Flamengo players.
Yeah, that's interesting with the amount of movement that we talked about earlier in these leagues or on these teams. It seems like I can name a lot of people from last year that are on a different team in the tournament this year.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know.
Shaquille Johnson now with the pull-up J just outside the left elbow. And he gets Flamengo back to within 4. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's having a really solid performance.
Shaquille Johnson from Atlanta, Georgia. Played collegiately at Marshall for the Thundering Herd. He was a senior in 2011, averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists per game. He's played in Finland, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil. He was with Minas, in fact, and played in the ACL Americas event in 22-23, and in Mexico with Halcones de Salapa.
One of my favorites from last year.
Oh, they were fun to watch. And a great venue that they play in as well.
Yeah. I'd say maybe the best. I'm trying to think. There was one other venue that I liked, but I think Halcones had.
Nacional was great too.
Nacional. And I even remember a game here with Boca. They had one of those gyms where the crowd was like right up on you.
Right on
It's
top,
almost like you're playing in a pit. Yeah, so not a huge amount of people could be in the gym, but
they were breathing
it was
down
pretty
your
noisy
neck.
and right.
A little pressure.
They moved one
by Flamengo.
Moved one of their games, I think, to a Sunday morning or something because they had a different event in that city that they knew the crowd wouldn't be there, and the crowd showed out on I think it was like a Saturday or Sunday morning, like 9 a.m. or something like that. It was relatively early, and they still came out and supported the team. I thought that was impressive.
Pinero's pass to Vega. I don't think Vega was expecting it. That's a turnover for Boca. 3 minutes to play, second quarter. Entertaining game so far. Balbi for 3. Oh, huge rebound, but stolen away. And a long outlet pass, too far for Vildosa.
He said, hey, good pass. That's me. I missed it.
Either that or that was a good idea. It just didn't quite execute it right. Balbi backing it out. Boca in the zone. And a three is good. Flamengo back to within one. There's Caio Manfio.
That's the guy we know.
Well, he's 1 of 1.
He's already got it started.
Yep.
Give Manfio the ball right now. Shoot it.
Caio Manfio in the quarters against Obras last year, 28 points on 10 of 10 shooting, 7 of 7 from three-point range, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. We named that feat the Caio. Delia finally gets some help. Vildosa back to Delia with the left hand, but misses. Delia wanted the foul. No call. Coming up on 90 seconds to play in the second quarter.
You might have a good point there.
And that foul going to be on Cuello. Manfio all over Lucas Seward. A couple more hugs like that, they may have to get engaged. Now a timeout by Gustavo Conti. His team down by just 1. Back and forth game. Boca led by, I believe they led by as many as 9. 32-23.
Johnny, ok. Tá assim, tá? Johnny, você vem, se envolve aqui. O Caio vai sair, tá? Depois o Gui vai dar back pick.
5:17 mark of this quarter.
Fica alto, percebe se tem vantagem. Se não tiver vantagem, vem pra fora. Alexei, o Gui vai bloquear e vai voltar. O Gui pega ele, vem cela e o Gui vai voltar. Beleza? Fica alto. Primeira opção do Johnny, não deu, o Johnny abre. Segunda opção do Gui, tá? Se não tiver aqui, ó, tá, já abre, Caio abre, passa.
Nós temos 2 faltas, eu botei gente descansada pra correr. E usa a mão, contato na defesa, tá certo? Bora, vai. Bora.
Interesting that one of the assistants was doing most of the talking during that huddle, and then finally at the end, Gustavo Conti comes in. And it always fascinates me listening into the huddles like this when you've got a team based in Brazil where most of the players speak Portuguese. Most all of them likely speak a fair amount of Spanish as well. Everybody's probably got some English, and then you've got Jordan Williams and Shaquille Johnson. They probably speak some Spanish, but maybe not too much Portuguese. So, shot block there by, I think that was a Barguin. It was. Flamengo gets it back. 3 on the way. Rolls off the top. Rebounded by Jonathan Dos Santos. That 3 straight on, no good. Scala the rebound. Inside of a minute to play in this second quarter. Pinheiro misses the open 3, and here comes Flamengo again, looking for the lead. Deodato. Gorgas. It's a right side to Dos Santos. Oh, the right hand floater off the glass. I thought he was looking to pass that the whole way. But he gives the Flamengo the lead back at 33-32. 3 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a foul by Borges. And now Gonzalo Perez wants timeout. Thought I saw Gonzalo signal for the timeout, and he did. Okay, I did not miss that. Jonathan Dos Santos played for Franca last year. Appeared in just 4 games in BCL Americas, 5 points per game. At 37 years old. And another thing that's so interesting, Andrew, about the South American basketball here is it's not quite as much like the NBA, where you've got a lot of, the first option's just a screen roll to get things moving, and then maybe an ISO, and then it usually ends up in some sort of three-point attempt. But here you get a lot more offensive motion, not quite so many three-pointers, but even with all this additional movement, you still got a lot of players that are well over 30 years old that play.
Yeah, I think they pick their times on when to move. So I don't know that you're in perpetual motion, which really isn't necessary for anybody who's starting out in basketball. You just want to be able to make your hard cuts when you need to and pick your time to go. So very interesting. I do think that a lot of teams, when they're successful, run that high pick and roll to kind of get things started. Now we'll see Flamengo in the zone out of this timeout.
Mendoza dishes it into the corner. Three-pointer is up and good. Martin Cuello gives Boca the lead back and stolen away in the backcourt. Three on the way. It will not count. Had it gone, it would not have counted, but Scalo with the backcourt thievery tried to get it to Vildosa for one more three-point attempt. And the second quarter comes to an end, with Boca on top by the score of 35-33. And Andrew, for as much action as there wasn't a ton of scoring. Both teams scored 13 points apiece in that second quarter. As we look at the shooting numbers, both teams pretty decent from two-point range, not so great from three. Flamengo now with the rebounding edge. Look at 6 steals for Boca.
That half went quite a bit faster because not a ton of fouls either.
Yeah. You look at the leading scorers, Ibarguen with 10, Guy Deodato with 9 for Flamengo. And again, we apologize not being able to bring you the depth of the stats that we usually do. There's an error with our stat pages, so we're not getting updates of who's scoring and how much. As we roll the first half highlights, Alexi Borges got off to a fast start for Flamengo. Splashed a couple of threes. Martin Cuello with the floater. As that one comes right into your mobile device that you're watching on. Delia with that tip. And now Guy Deodato. He's one of those microwave type guys. You remember Vinnie Johnson from the Pistons back in the 80s? They called him the microwave because he heats up so fast. Well, Guy Deodato's like that. And I'm sure we'll see a run like that from him at some point, if not tonight, certainly in this event. Where he goes on a run where he'll hit like 8 of 11 three-pointers or something like that.
I'll add to it that sometimes you get the food out of the microwave and it's hot. But then immediately when you bite into it, it's no longer hot. So he's as quick as he can get hot. He can cool it down too, but no, you're completely right. Is when he hits 3 or 4, I'd keep giving him the ball. I'd give him an extra.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
absolutely.
Shoot till you miss twice.
Absolutely. He's one of those guys you don't want to see shooting the ball in crunch time if you're on the other team, that's for sure. One more game coming up after this one tonight. We will have Franca and CDC Leones. (10:10) local time, 8:10 Eastern in the U.S. And a pair of games tomorrow. Boca will take on Toros de Chiriquí here in Rio. And then Instituto will take on CDC Leones tomorrow night in Cordoba at 10:10 local time. Once again, the score at halftime, Boca leads Flamengo 35-33. We are back in just a few moments with second half action, live from Tijuca Tennis Club in Rio de Janeiro. Welcome in once again to Tijuca Tennis Club in Rio de Janeiro for tonight's BCL Americas Group B contest between Flamengo and Boca Juniors. Flamengo playing on their home court on this lovely summer evening in Rio, 81 degrees. See some showers and thunderstorms overnight and into tomorrow. Still a beautiful place to be. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Fada. We're so glad you can be tuned in wherever you're watching from. On FanDuel TV in the USA, on DirecTV in South America, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Boca taking a 2-point lead into this third quarter. And Flamengo turns it over on their initial possession. There you get a look at Tayeve Galitsi. Came over to Flamengo from last year's champions Quimsa. Quimsa not off to a good start in this event. Lost both of their games. Start off the group phase. Right now they're in danger of not making it out to the quarterfinals. Finally Boca able to corral it, but they're going to say that's a turnover. What exactly would you call that, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do they call it over and back if it hit the player's foot and the player that grabbed the ball? So if it hit Boca's foot in the front court and the player that ended up with the ball had just come from the back court and not established in the front court, that's over and back. That's my best guess right now. The argument against that would be that Boca was probably saying, if I'm correct, they were saying the ball really hadn't, I don't know, they hadn't been possessed yet.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that matters.
Right. Galitsi commits the foul. And Flamengo with a little pressure in the backcourt again. Vega bringing it up. The drive with the right hand and off the glass. Good work there. Martin Cuello, he's got 7 now against his former team. Borges. We're on the Galitsi screen. Galitsi rolls, drop pass. A little bit behind Galitsi, and now Boca running. Left-hand layup, too strong by Vega. And a wasted opportunity there for Boca. They get the steal, though. Now here comes Vega again. Right-hand layup doesn't miss this time. Vega now with 6. 39-33. Boca led by as many as 9 in that first half. Now a whistle away from the ball. Shaquille Johnson was getting tangled up with Sebastian Vega, and Vega whistled for the foul. Johnson, three-pointer, no. Vildosa, left side to Cuello. Back to Vildosa, tried to get Delia, but Galitsi was there. Left-hand drive. A little too strong off the window. Here comes Borges. Splits 3 defenders. Kicks it into the corner. Boy, I thought he could have laid that in.
Yeah, I think he just thought he had too much more. He either thought he had too much momentum or just like the shot that he thought Caio Manfio had out there.
Delia back outside, and Boca gets it reset. Left-hand floater by Vildosa is good. Lead is up to 8. Vildosa now with 4. And that's going to be a foul. Is that on Marcos Delia? I believe it was. Shaquille Johnson throwing that head back to make sure that everybody sees he was fouled. When in Rome, right?
I think I can show you somehow with physics that maybe it's not an intentional action. I had a theory last year, and I forget what it was. I think I'm going to say, as you're moving forward, you're leaning forward a little bit. When your momentum gets stopped by a foul, you're going to be more upright to try to slow yourself down or to keep your balance. And I think that's where you're seeing that. Now, I don't disagree. Sometimes folks just do it, intentionally to try to sell the foul. But there's times that I legitimately think that's going to be your posture.
I agree. And we just saw a collision there where Facundo Pinheiro had contact up high. His upper body went backwards, but he didn't throw his head back. It's that whiplash look that makes it look ridiculous.
I'm going to say you move your head to start the action. Your body follows your head. That's what I'm going with. I want to do studies on this. I want to practice some science. Hey,
all right, we'll meet in the park tomorrow. How about that? Tyvek Galitsi goes up and jabs it home. Gets his first bucket in this event for Flamengo after being a solid contributor for Husa's championship run last year. Yeah, we'll go out to the park tomorrow.
Let me guess, you're the one that's going to foul me.
Oh yeah. I'll throw a forearm into your chest, I'll hack you across the arms, and let's see if your head flies back.
I might take you up on that.
Three-pointer is up and good. Alexi Borges again. He's got 9, all of them from beyond the arc. Vildosa tries to answer. He cannot. Borges back the other way. We're on the screen by Galitsi. Ooh, thought he was going to launch it there.
Throw it inside.
Yeah,
Too
he
late.
Just did.
Doesn't matter.
Tough shot by Galitsi. Wow. Great body control. Boca takes timeout. Flamengo's on top, 42-41. Sure looking forward to that event. FIBA AmeriCup 2025 in Nicaragua. That one's going to be a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun here at Tijuca Tennis Club in Rio de Janeiro. Flamengo has come back to take a 1-point lead.
And to get a steal here.
Oh, what a rebound. Jordan Williams, I don't know how he got that without fouling anybody, but then Andres Ibargüen at the other end gets another dunk. Boca back on top now, 43-42. Foul's going to be on Santiago Scala. Adds insult to injury. It caused the foul and comes out of there hobbling. Actually, they called that on Kyle Manfio. Yeah, he stepped into that screen. Pinheiro.
Manfio's got to stop talking about that foul and play defense.
Pinheiro's got it back, right wing. Ooh, tough pass. And Marguin got a hand on it, but Borges came away with it. Now Jordan Williams. One of the more dangerous scorers this event's seen. Now Borges. Great job in the paint on defense. But Jordan Williams right down Main Street. Plays it in with the right hand. And Marguin again off the square and in.
He's a big fella.
Andres Marguin now, yeah, with 14 points. 6'7", 200 centimeters. Is Andres Marguin. Now Williams along three. Rebound tipped in by Lucas Seward. That takes such touch to be able to do that. Scala, shot clock at 6. Scala was pointing at the shot clock. Turnaround by Pinheiro, no good, and here comes Flamengo to extend this 1-point lead. Borges on the right wing. Around the screen. Trying to direct traffic. He wants Manfio to go somewhere. He wants somebody to do something. Now
we got
Borges
the clear
setting
out
up
now.
and Marguin goes right past him. Yeah, and he missed the layup. Yeah, he had Marguin one-on-one. Went right past him and drew nothing. And then Pinheiro steps on the sideline as he goes to make that drive. Drops that foot. See it right here. Yep. Nice catch by the official right there. Our officials tonight again, by the way, Johnny Batista of Puerto Rico, Krishna Dominguez of Mexico, and Jason Steele of Canada. Deodato. It's popped there. That's going to be on Vildosa. There's one of Marguin's dunks tonight. Balbi. Deodato. Rolls it to Galizzi. He gets stripped on the way up, and that's going to be on Scala. Scala didn't like it. Ooh, he may have a point. A lot of ball there. Deodato for three. Splash! Guy Deodato. Don't let him get hot. And just like that,
This would be a great time for it with a 4-point lead. Yeah.
Yeah. Vega hands it to Scala. Scala hounded by Williams. Scala can't shake Jordan Williams. Shot clock at 2. He's got to put it up. Does. Missed everything. I think if the floor weren't behind the baseline there, he would not have even hit wood. Fans definitely into it now here at Tijuca Tennis Club. Great look at Franco Balbi. Balbi hounded by his numerical counterpart, Santiago Scala. Deodato. Seward for three. Splash! Lucas Seward puts Flamengo up by 7. He's got 8. Scala over to Vega. Vega, the right-hand lay-in on the baseline drive. He gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Oh, yeah. Caught that elbow from Seward. Worse than getting hit in the bridge of the nose. Makes your eyes water, your nose run. Keep
don't I know
to
it?
see if it's broken or bleeding.
Yeah, any little bit of sweat or snot coming down there, like, is that blood?
Yep. Vega completes the three-point play. Boca back to within 4. Minute 20 to play third quarter. Deodato picked up by Vega. Now Ibargüen. The step back three. Short. Outlet up ahead to Ibargüen. He's got Deodato one-on-one. Goes to the reverse, the left hand, and lays it in. Andres Ibargüen, 16 points. 7 of 9 from the floor. I don't think he's even shot anything outside the paint tonight. Now Deodato.
No need.
Yeah. Balbi picked up by Giorgetti. Boy, that was a textbook screen and roll right there. Giorgetti a little late getting over. That was an easy bucket for Seward. Vega. Ibargüen couldn't handle the pass, and then Williams turned it over. Into the corner for three. No. Vega couldn't hit that one. Clock at 3 now, too. Balbi could not get it to fall. So we go to the fourth quarter with Flamengo on top by the score of 54-50. Flamengo outscores Boca 19-15 in that third quarter. We've got ourselves a game. Group B contest. First one of BCL America's 24-25. We got a quick look at the shooting numbers there. Check out some of the highlights through the first 3 quarters. Andrew Hunt. Flamengo roared into the lead in that third quarter. What did you see that they're doing different in the second half?
I think it's just what we talked about earlier, kind of getting your legs underneath you, getting things figured out there. They're starting to play together a little bit better. Still waiting to see if Deodato goes on a tear here. I think that could be the end of the game if he can do that here in the fourth. But they also, I think they stopped turning the ball over quite so much. And that's, of course, helpful just in the simple fact that you have more possessions to try to score.
Through 3 quarters, Flamengo 11 turnovers, Boca 11. Boca 3 of 15 from three-point range. 20%. Flamengo not tremendous. 30%, but they have hit 10 three-pointers. They're 10 of 33. Not a lot of free throw shot in this game. Flamengo 4 of 4, Boca 3 of 3.
I like that. Keeps the game going. You got to flow to the game now.
Markman leading all scorers with 16. We are back underway. Welcome in once again to Tishuca Tennis Club in Rio de Janeiro. oficial America's 24-25 opening window. And an offensive foul. They're going to get that on Franco Giorgetti. With the shoulder into the chin of Shaquille Johnson. Johnson for three. Too strong. Rebound Thomas Cooper. Cooper out of Nebraska Kearney, 2013. Spent the last 3 years in Argentina and Brazil, where he averaged 20, 17.5, and 17.6 points per game, 3 to 5 rebounds, 2 to 4 assists. See if he'll be a factor in this fourth quarter. So we get a look at the replay on the floater by Balbi.
I'm laughing because Galizzi was trying to look for the jump ball, and I said, well, let me see this replay. See if he's got a point. No.
Scala gets it right side. Vildosa. He drives. Another floater. Another bucket. He wanted a foul.
I think his shooting arm might have got hit on that one.
Johnson works his way in on Scala. Shoots it up. And it falls in. Andrew, I wouldn't be surprised, as Johnson now with 12, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets teed up here soon. I think the officials are just about done hearing chirping from the players. But that was a clean, legit foul there on Shaquille Johnson.
I feel like he might have thought he got fouled too, but he didn't really say. He just kind of looked. He didn't really say anything.
He held his arms out after that. There's Cooper. Giorgetti. Delia into the corner. Three. Splash!
Great move.
Santiago Scala gets Boca back to within one.
Yep, here we go. Good post up.
Johnson from 10 feet away, no, but a foul call.
I don't know if I saw one on that possession. Let's see here. He hasn't. He fades away.
Oh man.
I mean,
maybe a touch on the elbow.
I don't even think I'm calling that at open gym when I get to call my own foul. Now what you'll start to see is sometimes folks will kind of push your elbow as you shoot. They'll kind of try to make it look like they're just putting their hand up, and they'll push your elbow. It kind of affects your shot. If you've just got your hand on my arm while I shoot, it's really not affecting my shot. And I mean, he was pretty straight up and down with it. His arm was a bit of an angle, so I mean, I don't know. I think Johnson was owed a foul anyway, so it all comes out in the wash.
There you go. Here's Cooper around the screen by Delia, weaves his way in. He has to get rid of it. Giorgetti. My goodness, Marcos Delia's been in the paint for a week. Franco Giorgetti with the right hand, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was leaving. Technically, your count suspends as you're on your way out of the paint, but if you were to stop, then the count resumes. Kind of looked like that happened to him. As he looked like he was going towards the top and then just never really left.
Three by Seward, misses. Rebound Cooper. A little unclear what the score actually is here. Our graphic says 54-50 Flamengo. The stat page says 58-55 Flamengo. There we go. Scala. Now Cooper for three. Wow, that bounces out. He almost got me on the splash. Giorgetti, he draws the foul. Ty Becalizzi comes back on as Seward sits down. Giorgetti, spin move, bump, no call. A lot of body by Jonathan Dos Santos and no whistle. Borges. Williams step back three. Rebounded by Vildosa. Vildosa spinning, hanging. Too strong off the glass. Jordan Williams had it. Oh, and they're going to say that's Flamengo ball. I thought that went off Jordan Williams.
Looks like a couple people calling for a replay.
Let's see here. Yeah, they're gonna talk it over. And they may go to the replay here.
That looked like the Boca player hit it out.
So they are going to go to the review, so we'll get a chance to look at it as well. Well, this is some meta work here. We're watching them watch the replay. Usually we get to watch the replay directly, not there we go.
I like to see what they're thinking.
Man, I don't know.
I feel like it is off of Williams. It's tough
that
because
last angle was the best one. This is the angle that I originally thought it was Williams. Yep.
Yeah, that's off of Williams.
Yep, off the left hand. Fabulous work again by our production crew, our camera crew, everybody. Great job bringing the replay crystal clear and the right decision by the officials. It will remain with Boca. Boca down by 3, 58-55. Out to Scala. Shot clock at 6. Scala around Delia. Into the corner. Open three. Rolls off. Rebound Borges. Borges gets the offense set up. Deodato weaves his way back toward the top of the key and backs it out. Now to his left. Shoots the three up over Delia. That's good. Guy Deodato. We've been talking about him all game long. 61-55. Three-pointer missed. Rebound, Jordan Williams. I have 3 words for Alexi Borges here. Find Guy Deodato. Now Borges for 3. Nope.
So let me try one.
Deodato, a big defensive play with the steal. Now Jordan Williams follows his own shot, missed. Here comes Cooper, gets it right side. Delia tries lobbing it inside. Giorgetti, and he draws the foul. That's going to be on Borges. What a pass from Delia to Giorgetti. Couldn't have placed it any better if he walked up and handed it to him. First free throw for Giorgetti falls in. He was 70% from the stripe in this event last year with Nacional. Second offering straight through. So Giorgetti has a seat. I'd like to have the concession for ibuprofen or acetaminophen on the day or the night after a basketball game or a soccer game in South America, for all the headaches from the drums and the singing. Sure is a lot of fun, though.
Ooh.
And that foul's going to be on Facundo Pinheiro. See a lot there.
Well, and if he did commit the foul, Williams catching the ball in that position was already in kind of a bad spot.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. It looked like a lot worse than it was. So here comes Shaquille Johnson. Stewart back to Johnson. Johnson down the drive. Hangs, shot blocked. Sebastian Vega, the great defense in the paint.
Yeah, that's huge. Let's see if they can capitalize on that D. Make something happen over on the other end.
Trying to find an opening. Shot clock at 7. And Johnson commits the foul going across the arms of Pinheiro. I mean, yeah.
I don't think he has much of an argument.
He did knock the ball out. The official politely telling him it's because you hit him across both arms. That's why he lost the ball.
He said, yeah, you see how your arms are there? Your arm went like this. I mentioned last night, one of my coaching corners, even if you, in that case, he obviously fouled, but even if you don't foul, if you get all ball, when you swipe your arm down like that, it goes for a block as well. When you swipe down, it's going to look like a foul and going to be called. There's sometimes, if you're in the air and your arms are above your head and you're coming down, you're technically in that other player's space. They have that space, you know, so that's a legitimate foul. But no matter what, you want to try to not be swiping like that, unless Unless you're confident you're going to get all ball and get a clean steal, probably not a good idea. And even then, sometimes they're going to call it.
Deodato for three. Missed that one. Boca back to within two. They can tie it here or take the lead with a three.
Ooh.
Would not fall. Seguir the rebound. Coming up on 3.5 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Don't forget, one more game tonight. Coming up after this one, Borges, mid-range jumper is good to get it back to 4. We will bring you Franca and CDC Leones from Cordoba, Argentina. 10 local time. Another floater by Jose Vildosa. Showing some wizardry with that shot tonight. He's got 8 points. I think they've all been on floaters. (63-61). Another one down to the wire. Welcome in once again to Tijuca Tennis Club in Rio de Janeiro. We've got a good one brewing between Flamengo and Boca Juniors. Flamengo on their home floor, looking to start off 24-25 BCL Americas with a win after finishing second place last year to Quimsa. As we get a look at Guy Deodato hitting one of his three-pointers. 63-61. Biggest lead in the game was 9. There's a look at that last beautiful floater by Jose Vildosa. Pressure in the backcourt by Boca. Now they back it off. With Barguin back into the game for Boca Juniors. 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Williams! Oh my, wow. It got tipped. He caught it, went back up and laid it in. Wow, what hand-eye coordination by Jordan Williams. And the lead's back to 4. Vildosa, shot clock at 5, into the paint. Gets it to a Barguin, off the glass and in. Williams tried to get it from behind but couldn't. Barguin just too strong. He's got 18 in his BCL Americas debut for Boca. Borges. He's got a Barguin lined up again. Whips the pass to Seguir. His fadeaway won't go. Somebody from Boca better grab it. Oh, what a pass from Scala, tipped out of bounds.
Calling a foul.
Really? Oh, it's on Alexi Borges.
It looked possible.
Let's see what we can see here. There's that tip. And he was in midair when that ball was tipped and he still grabbed it. There's Barguin's last bucket. Fans here in Tijuca Tennis Club making noise with anything they can. As Andres Barguin goes to the free throw line. 2 of 2 from the stripe in this one. 18 points, 3 rebounds, hits the first free throw to get Boca back to within 1. Second free throw with the left hand, a little too strong, and Flamengo holds on to the lead for now. Inside 2 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Borges for 3. It falls in, but an offensive foul before the shot. It will not count. Borges is saying, come on, man. Oh, yeah, Galizzi. That's a good call by the official there. He moved right into Santiago Scala. Absolutely the right call.
I think maybe if he doesn't throw that forearm in there,
I don't know.
that's kind of a trick of the trade. Yeah, well, you want to kind of look like you're rolling to the basket in that situation.
Yeah. And another offensive foul at the other end. And Facundo Pinheiro runs right over to protest. And he says that's enough. Yeah, he hooked that elbow and held it.
Yeah. Well, and he's look at where his feet are. You want your legs to be, your knees can be just slightly outside of your shoulders. But that's as far as you can go with the screen. If you're doing a lunge, it's probably an illegal screen.
Yeah, that looked more like a square dancing move. So Boca with a chance again to take the lead. Reverse layup is up and good, and Boca back on top. Sebastian Vega, the reverse layup, he's got 11, and it's Boca by 1 inside 90 seconds to play, fourth quarter. Borges on the right wing. Gets it to Johnson. A beautiful move by Johnson. Couldn't get it to fall, but a foul called. Litzy underneath, battling for the rebound. He gets fouled. Oh, what a just spectacular move by Johnson. I don't know if they got Vildosa on the shot or if they got Ibargüen battling for the rebound with Galizzi. Did not see the call. Well, it was on the shot because Johnson is going to the free throw line.
Ref
the universal signal for. Yep.
Which just goes back to my tip earlier. Have your arms up. Everybody knows that's what they're supposed to do. My favorite is you'll see somebody obviously have their arms down, and then as soon as they come back down to the floor, they put them straight up again. Like, no, this is where they've been the whole time.
So Flamengo back on top now by 1, 67-66, 1:05 to play, fourth quarter. The opener in Group B for both of these teams. Tough drive off the glass and a whistle. So Facundo Pinheiro will go to the free throw line. First free throw in. We are tied. Pinheiro steps up and confidently strokes the second free throw. Put Boca back on top by 1, and he sits down. token pressure in the backcourt. Borges directing traffic. Here comes Johnson. Now Galizzi on the screen. Galizzi rolls. Ibargüen picks up Borges. Gets it inside to Galizzi. And he missed the layup.
Can't convert.
Somehow, Flamengo ends back up with it. Johnson's shot, or rather Jordan Williams' shot, gets blocked.
Two chances there. The first one.
Yeah,
the first one the best.
And a timeout called.
So what they call
both
whose
teams
ball
with
was in that?
opportunities there.
Did we get that?
Boca called the
Was it-
timeout.
no.
So
Okay, so Flamengo came up with the ball, called timeout.
no, they said it was Boca's timeout. At least according to the graphic,
Okay.
Boca took timeout.
Wow, 18-0
Look at
fast
the
break
disparity.
points.
Now to guess that. Although in my mind's eye, I can't think of Flamengo scoring a
Right.
fast break point in this game.
I
lot of
remember
threes,
Boca
a lot
was
of-
a lot. And yeah, not many from Flamengo.
To see that last sequence again. Both teams with opportunities there. Ask and he shall receive. Well, that's the replay on the previous three-pointer. Another floater by Scala there. Vildoza, I should say. Vega's reverse. Put Boca on top. (68-67) in favor of Boca. So it is Flamengo ball. Okay.
I think we had 30 seconds left on the clock.
26.2. Inside to
Wow.
Galizzi. He lays it in. Flamengo on top by one. 69-68. 25 seconds to play. And a quick timeout taken there.
I don't know how he got that wide open. You got the biggest guy on the court and you let him go right to the basket.
Nice little baseline out of bounds play. Drawn up by Gustavo Conti to lead to the easy bucket for Galizzi. And let's see what Gonzalo Perez comes up with in his first season. His first BCL Americas game. Ibargüen with 19 points. Sebastian Vega 11. Santiago Scala 9. And Andrew, if you are Gonzalo Perez in this situation, there's 25 seconds left. When do you shoot the ball? Do you hold from maybe a 2 or 3 left on the shot clock, or do you shoot it with 6 or 7 or 8, and maybe if you miss, you get a chance at a rebound?
Yeah, I definitely want a chance at a second shot just in case, because the other team, let's say if I go with 6 to 8 seconds left and miss, I have a chance to get a rebound and maybe put the ball up. If I miss and they get the ball, I can foul and still have, 5 to 6 seconds for another shot. Because if they make 2 free throws, I can still tie with a 3, so I got another shot.
Yep.
And if I make the basket, I can hassle them up the court, and hopefully they can't get a great shot with only 5 or 6 seconds left.
Deodato on Vildoza. About a 1.5 difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Deodato not letting Vildoza breathe. Vildoza into the corner.
Oh,
Vega
stepped
steps on the sideline. With 6 seconds to play, Sebastian Vega began his drive to the baseline, but stepped on the sideline and turned it over. And the fans here in Tijuca Tennis Club can't taste it. Boy, it looks like they had it set up beautifully, too.
I think Guy Diodato kept them from doing whatever their initial plan was. I got to think Guy Diodato screwed that up.
They still had a pretty good look, though. I mean, Vega open in the corner, and he had a good run at it, going to the basket, but just stepped on the sideline. And if I'm not mistaken, he did that earlier, too. It was either him or Scala.
Correct, yeah, somebody from that team did it earlier. And the thing is, you got to watch your feet.
I think it was Vega. Yep.
Yeah, you got to keep that foot planted. We call that a negative step, where you're going forward. So what point is there to put your foot back? That's a speed thing in a regular occurrence, but in this case, you're turning the ball over by stepping on that line, so even worse.
Now, if you're Boca here, you want to foul, right? As soon as possible.
Oh, absolutely. You have to, yeah.
Oh, but somehow
it's not what you want.
Shaquille Johnson gets away, runs about 4 more seconds off the clock, 3.5, before Boca is finally able to commit the foul. Great job by Shaquille Johnson. Diodato draws the foul. So he will go to the free throw line. Diodato, I don't believe, has shot a free throw in this game. I believe he's got 11 points on 5 of 12 shooting, all from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Has not shot a free throw. Love to get 2, need to get 1. Diodato strokes the first one, a 73% free throw shooter in this event last year for Flamengo.
If he makes this, I just want one person to make sure they pressure the ball. Oh, he missed on purpose, but he doesn't hit the rim. That's the worst. You would have been better off making the shot.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So now Boca, with 2.5 to play, they're going to get a look at it here. Coming out of a timeout, no less. So they're going to have a play drawn up.
And
they can tie
I'm not
it
sure
or
if the ball
win
advances. Yeah, I'm not sure if the ball advances in this scenario, but potentially you don't even have to, you can literally one pass, shot fake, dribble, and still shot. You have enough time to do that in the 2.5 seconds if you're up the floor. If you've got to take it the full length of the court, you still have to. Yeah, they're trying to figure out where they are too. It looks like they're pointing to the half court line. So they're up in the front court. And if I'm wrong, if they have to go the full length of the court, you run some kind of play where hopefully somebody catches the ball on the run. They can get probably 2 or 3 dribbles and a pull-up going the full length of the court. But like I said, if they're in the front court, you got a pass, maybe even a second pass, and possibly a dribble before you have to shoot.
One more game coming up after this one. It's going to be Franca and CDC Leones live from Cordoba, Argentina. Andrew and I will have that game for you just a little bit after the finish of this one. So look where Boca gets to inbound it. 2.5 to play.
Always watch the inbound.
Yeah, throw it in, get it right back. And he's guarded by a relative youngster, Kyle Manfio, who might fall asleep. Cardoso to inbound. Gets it to Ibargüen. And a foul is called!
Wow.
Ibargüen goes down hard, maybe trying to sell it a little bit. Oh, let's get a look at it here. Finally getting it in. Here's Ibargüen. I don't know, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's foul. I mean, I guess he's turning the corner, and
the defender
but
was
here's
moving,
the other thing is,
but yeah.
If just another mistake for Flamengo, if you get the ball inside the paint, I can't lose if you shoot. So why am I, go for a shot like in that instance? I'm going to let you go around me, keep my hands up. Now you've got to, he's probably not got enough time to get to the rim. So he's probably going to have to shoot some kind of a floater. And then all I have to do is tip the ball towards my rim, the other end of the court. Time expires, I win. Possibly by the time the ball gets rebounded, the game's already over. But now
so
we stop the clock
and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 9/10 of a second to play. Ibargüen ties it up. He's got one more coming. Ibargüen takes his time. Second free throw. No! We remain tied, and we will go to overtime. No? 70 to 69, Flamengo holds on to win.
Yeah, they were down 2. They needed them both.
I beg your pardon. I thought it was 69-69. Flamengo had 70. My score sheet was off by 1. So Flamengo holds on to win. As Andres Ibargüen misses the free throw with 9/10 of a second to play, there will be no overtime, and Flamengo with the win on their home court.
Yeah, that was what I was saying when Flamengo, Guy Deodato was at the free throw line. He goes to the line up 1. He makes the first free throw up 2, misses the third on purpose.
Okay.
If you have 2.5 seconds left on the clock, if you make the free throws, you're up 3. So as long as you don't foul, you can't lose. And the only way you lose is a 4-point play. You foul a 3-point shooter. You only tie if they make a 3-pointer. And even if the other thing is, potentially, if you make the free throw, you just foul. You're up 3, and you foul and say, here, go to the line. You probably lose maybe a second there, and now all I got to do is get the rebound. I don't know. If I'm up 3 with 2.5 seconds, I don't think I'm going to foul. I'm just going to let you try to make a shot. Maybe if they advance into the front court, maybe then I do foul. But the other thing is, if you miss after that on that second free throw, you just grab the ball, same thing. You're down, you're up 2, and if you foul, you can't lose. I don't know. I don't understand. But they win. It all worked out.
Yeah, looking back in the play-by-play on the score sheet here, Deodato had 2 free throws. The second one, he missed intentionally. The first one put them up 70 to 68. Missed the second. And because he didn't hit the rim, Boca was able to take the ball out in their offensive end. Ibargüen was fouled on his drive to the bucket. It was a non-shooting foul, but He was still awarded 2 free throws, hits the first, and missed the second. My goodness. So much excitement, it even crossed me up. So the final score, yeah. So the final score, once again, Flamengo 70, Boca Juniors 69. A great game goes down to the very last shot. And for my partner, Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda. And we will see you in just a little bit as Franca will host CDC Leones live from Cordoba, Argentina. 10:10 local time, 8:10 Eastern time in the U.S. Again, the final score, Flamengo 70-69 over Boca Juniors. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. So long for now.